don't have no value in what they say. I don't listen to music from people that I can't get no game from.
Are you the smartest one in your team?
Definitely not. I might be the dumbest one. Name of the brand obviously is the marathon. It just stands for endurance. It stands for staying down. It stands for like not quitting, accepting the ups and downs of whatever game you commit yourself to and riding it out, because that's the reality of success or greatness, that it come with a roller coaster ride. I think that anybody could apply the marathon concept to what they do.
Get away with nothing in terms of the energy. You know what I mean? You might beat the camera or the police. They might not catch you for what you're doing, but the energy is always going to return to you. So when you just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity and that's the only energy you putting out, it's gonna return to you in different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and what you put out.
More than a rapper, more than an entrepreneur, more than a visionary, but a community leader for his people. Born and raised in South Central Los Angeles, he faced a world filled with struggle and adversity, but he refused to let his circumstances or the society he grew up in define who he was. His life was a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and empowerment. In this chapter 3, Live as Your Father Were Dead, this idea speaks to the need to live free from others' expectations and to build a life driven by our own true purpose. Today we explore that by Nipsey Hussle, how he embodied the principle throughout his life and his career, creating a legacy that transcends into his music. Ermias Ascadon grew up in Crenshaw, a neighborhood marked by gang violence and poverty. Like many young men in his environment, Nipsey faced immense pressure to either follow in the footsteps of others or fall victim to his own surroundings. But instead, he became a product of his own environment, becoming a force of change within. His upbringing taught him resilience, and rather than seeking validation or approval, he focused on building himself up and giving back to his own community. Nipsey broke away from the traditional expectations in the music industry. While these other rappers chased record deals,
building, yo, it is crazy. People are poisoning you to be the next Snoop Dogg. I'm the first Nipsey, but shout out to Snoop, though, you know what I mean?
Owning his own masters and building his brand through hard work and smart investments. Nipsey always said, "I'd rather invest in real estate than blowing money on jewelry." Through his projects like The Marathon and his acclaimed project, Victory Lap, he emphasized the self-resilient and economic type of power that he had in his own music. It was filled with messages about ownership and growth and building something that was everlasting for his own people in his own community and his own family. His decision was to focus on independence. Instead of following the whole industry standards about how things go, he reflected on the author's message about living as if your father was dead, unbound by anyone's definition of success. But Nipsey's mission wasn't just at music. He had a vision for his own community, which
Above and beyond with my preparation, the things that possibly could happen, if I ain't take real steps to prevent those things, I'm not comfortable.
I was always a hustler. So when I talk to a young dude, I'm like, bro, my advice to you is gonna be money advice. I don't gonna get philosophical, get religious advice.
Yeah.
Bro, get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. Get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different.
Words is powerful, and I think that the ability to articulate, you could really impact people. I think as human beings, everybody has a natural gift and a natural passion, but then you go outside and you get influenced and you feel pressure from what's going on outside. And so, I read one time, like, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world? And that was powerful for me.
Now, this was a way of giving back to the community, offering his young people opportunities to not only just learn, but innovate and also escape from the cycle of poverty. He also had an investment in his own businesses, encouraging economic growth in his own neighborhood.
Basically, he was selling t-shirts and socks on parole on the table. You know what I mean? Every day you drive down Slauson, you see my brother in the middle of the street making his sales. The first, bread he got, he grabbed the space. First, last in the security deposit. And, from there, they've been flipping every dollar. Source of tourism at this point. All type of people from Australia, Europe, Africa, all over the world is pulling up to the Crenshaw and Slauson. And it's not to buy drugs, it's not to do anything illegal, it's to actually tap into the story and support. And so, you know, it's important that the people understand what that process was.
Now, Victory Lap, that was Nipsey's final album. It was a culmination of his journey. It wasn't just a celebration of his success. It was a message to his fans that marathon of life doesn't just end with one victory. Instead, it's about the continuation, pursuit of goals, and the resilience to keep going no matter what setbacks. He embodied the essence of living as if your father were dead by creating his own path, defined by his own values, and he wasn't confined by the societal limitations or the industry norms. He chose his own version of success, and in doing so, he created a lasting legacy. Although Nipsey isn't here with us anymore, his life teaches us that true success is about authenticity, resilience, and living with purpose. By embracing the philosophy of self-determination, Nipsey showed us that greatness comes from not just fitting in with others' expectations, but from breaking from them. His life is a reminder that we all need to have power to create our own path and build a legacy that will inspire others.
Expected. You know what I'm saying? You always want shit to happen overnight. But, you know, I just had clear visions. You know, obviously outside of my girl, I just mean in music and hustling and just how I viewed myself as an adult when I was a young dude coming up. And your thoughts powerful. That shit, you know, come to life if you stick to your script.
Yeah, get the walls. Nah, you know what I'm saying? We used to have a studio set up here, you know what I mean? And just motivation on the wall, you know what I mean? We brainstorm, round table. A lot of times if we ain't at the studio, we ain't at the shop, we come on Madden, you know what I'm saying? You gotta all money in, you know, stay focused. Quitting is not an option. 6 hours make $1 million. Big money only. You know, talk about it, be about it. You know what I mean? How hard are you really going? Different things that you wake up to, you know what I mean? When you're on this marathon.